Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Cindified, and today we are playing a game called The Test. I saw this blow up on my feed of The Test, and seeing the reviews I'm like, whoa, what is this about? It's basically like interview or conversation questions, it seems. Okay, let's play this game. I don't know if my cursor is on. Let's see. New game. Hello, creepy person. Help? Oh my gosh. There's a bear with tears, a girl with tears, help. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You'll be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if that's hard to face. We all want to be good people. We rarely want to admit our faults, grievances, or mistakes. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world? Or would you rather live a lie just to hide from yourself? The process is very simple. Just answer a long series of questions. What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truths in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. This isn't psychic. This isn't a personality test. This is simply nature. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain at work, unlocking hidden truths within itself. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand or realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question, the way it needs to be answered. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We're about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're a willing participant, we will be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated fairly? I believe that everyone should have fair opportunities. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated equally? I do think that people should be given the same opportunities, but based off of how they have reacted before this, should people be treated equally? I'm gonna say no, only for the fact that, like, in an ideal world, everyone would be treated fairly and equally, but because people have not been treated equally before, to suddenly be treating everyone equally now, it wouldn't be the same. Have you ever invented anything? I invented some weird food combinations in the past. They were not good. Do you believe that you are worthy of someone's time investment? Yes. My time is valuable, and yes. Would you consider yourself to be open-minded? I can be very narrow-minded. I think it depends on how the idea is given to me, whether I'd be open-minded. I wouldn't say 100% of the time open-minded, but usually I'm open-minded. Would you say that you sometimes have trust issues? Yes. I feel like because of the types of people I've dealt with, whether work, professional, school, personal, like, it does make me a little bit more wary of people. Would you be alright with living alone forever? If I lived alone forever, would I still see people? That's the question. Because I can live by myself in, like, my bedroom or something. Like, that's living alone, or if I had my own apartment or whatnot. So if I take that definition of, like, I'm living alone but I still get to see people, then it's fine. Do you always give someone the benefit of the doubt? Yeah, unless I recognize them. Or I recognize like a cycle of behavior, cyclical behavior, then may not. But for the most part, just like the sound of your own voice. I've edited my voice all the time. I do recordings here. I always have to record voicemails for work and when I call people, so I've gotten used to the sound of my voice. I don't dislike it as much as I used to. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? Blue's okay, black's okay. I'm apathetic to blue. I'm more likely to choose black than blue. If we're talking about clothes. If you found money on the street and knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them? Yeah. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? I'm curious for the answers. I don't know if I want the answers. I am deathly afraid of spiders. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava? Yeah, it's that thing, even like real life and games, where you look over a cliff or something, you're like, is there fall damage? And obviously in real life you're like, oh yeah, there's fall damage. But I always wonder, if I'm gonna be unscathed, I know for a fact 100%, yeah, I would jump in molten lava. Would you consider yourself to be fat? I used to have issues with being considered fat, especially in my teen years, but I've gotten over that mostly. I would not consider myself fat. I have fat on me, as everyone should. To be healthy, you have to have a certain amount of fat and muscle. Would you say that you have lots of charisma? I don't consider myself very charismatic, but I've been told that I'm charismatic. I know people that are more charismatic than me. Hence, I say no. Have you ever wished that you could be temporarily frozen? No, I like to be cozy and warm. So, no. And if it's like cryogenic, I don't think I want to see what the future is like because I am worried about the present. This is all very interesting. Did you realize that the last letter of the previous 5 questions, when put together, spell the name Satan? Satan. No, I did not. Does that make you uncomfortable? Not really. I'm not satanic or religious in any way. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? I'm really bad at escape rooms. By the way, can I click anywhere here? No, I can't click the fire or the handprints. I realized that underneath the bear says help in Japanese, but I would say I'm not good at it. I'm really bad at escape rooms. Are you now wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? A little bit, but I'm more curious as to like why you're asking. Yeah. Have you ever been entirely honest with your answers thus far? Yeah, I think so. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering? It's a game. If there are consequences, I can just like close it. I wonder if the consequences are like, I wonder if the consequences is like a jump scare of some sort, and then the game ends, it's like, you have failed. Please try again and be more honest. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering questions? I was not aware that there'd be consequences. I'm wondering how these questions began to take a strange turn. It's something to do with psychology where you lead with a startling question and then you keep on elevating it from there. You're controlling the narrative in the conversation. All I can do is say yes and no. I'm not really wondering. It makes sense. I thought it said captured, not captivated. Would you consider yourself captivated? Captivated by this game? Well, I bought the game, so yeah, I'm captivated. And I bought this game because I saw someone else play it. Markiplier. If you're out there and watching this video, awesome. I would say I'm a fan of other YouTubers, other gamers. So this captured my attention, and I am now captivated by this game. Very interesting. I hope so. Would you consider yourself to be brave? I do not consider myself to be brave. I'm a scaredy cat. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? I used to. Don't think I am. I'm very smart at all. I have not been looking. I totally forgot. I've been thinking about these questions. Are you wondering what hidden messages you may have missed? Yeah, I'm curious. I'm gonna replay this when I edit this. I'm gonna play this back as I'm editing and see what those last 5 questions actually did spell Satan or not. We'll see. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take or how many questions exist in this session? Yeah, but you told me to grab some water, so I have some. I'm not a patient person. Very impatient. Do most humans annoy you? Well, most strangers annoy me. I haven't met most humans. I've probably met maybe like a couple thousand in my lifetime. Maybe? That's aiming high. And there's over 7 billion humans in the world, so I'm gonna say no. I'm apathetic to them. But there are people that I dislike. Do you prefer animals to people? Most animals that I've met are pets, but most animals in the world are not. But most animals are not pets. I prefer games, and games are made by people, so let's say... Oh, oops, I meant to say no there. Oops. Do you believe in magic? I've grown less averse to believing in magic, so I'm gonna say no, even though I'm a huge fan of like Harry Potter and like D&D and fantasy games. I don't think that magic exists in the real world. I would like it to exist, but I don't think it exists. Do you believe in God or the existence of some form of higher power? Yeah, I believe that there is a higher being. Do you fear death? I used to fear death. I think I fear unfinished work or unfinished business more than death itself. Are you attracted to someone who we're not currently in a relationship with? Is that sexual attraction, or is that like physical attraction, mentally attracted to someone? I would say sexually. Okay, let's say it is sexual. No, in a sexual way, no. Did you answer that last question with 100% honesty? Yes, because I interpreted the question how I wanted to answer it, so I answered it correctly. Are you alone? Well, no, because my boyfriend is in the other room. If I told you with utmost certainty that there's something watching you, would you believe me? Yes. Through the way that the artwork is, the bear, the doll, and this person is staring at me or watching me. Yeah. And I have a window right next to me too. There's probably someone staring at me through this window. Have you wondered who I am? Yes. Have you had shivers at any point during the session? No, because I'm wearing a very cozy cardigan. And my window's closed. Do you feel like you're being watched? I am right next to a window. I could touch the window. That's how close I am. And this window faces outside to other buildings that could probably see inside. Someone could be watching me. Like, the chances that someone's watching me is higher than the chances of someone not watching me. Sure. Have you considered quitting the session early? Yes, because I accidentally answered a question wrong, but that's fine. Do you drink water every day? Yes. I drink water in the form of coffee. I also drink water. Yes, I eat at least once a day. Do you realize that there's a high probability that you've missed a plethora of hidden messages thus far? The probability is quite high. Are you wondering what they are? Yeah, if you would tell me. Would it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? Would it bother me? No. I can look this up, probably. My favorite number is not 7. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree? Yeah, that makes sense. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? I disagree. It's like when you're told to spot the difference in the... Wait a second, what? Was this always like this? Wasn't there a candelabra here? In the book? What? Am I supposed to be clicking something? I don't know. But yeah, as a child you're told to find the difference, so... children will be able to compare apples and oranges. Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star. Do you know that? Is it Venus? Why did I think it was Mercury? Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you agree? Everyone deserves a second chance, but whether I will give them a second chance or whether someone will give them the opportunity for a second chance is different. But, yeah. You can do anything you put your mind to. Do you agree? For the most part, yeah. Obedience is more important than freedom. Do you agree? It sounds like... Well, in this sense, I would think obedience is more important than freedom if it's for the greater good. So, during this world scenario right now, some people would say like, yeah, you should obey the government so that we can get through this health crisis. But other people saying, oh, let's take away my freedom. But it's supposed to be for a greater good in the end, assuming that like we can predict the future, which we can't. So, is this room getting smaller? Am I crazy? There are like things shifting here. It's like brighter in here as well. Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. Do you agree? Yes, they do sound like a fun time, but getting to the underwater adventure does not sound like a fun time. I get really bad motion sickness, and to get to, let's say, an underwater adventure, usually you have to go there by boat, and I would get sick from that. But yeah, underwater adventures sound like a fun time. Did you realize that the first letters of the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase I love you? I did not. Do you love me? Do you wish to be loved? I am loved. So, yes? Have you ever felt hated? Yeah, probably. Do you have any addictions? Probably. Dislike the color pink? I do not dislike the color pink. Does the color gray seem depressing? It's a form of black. So, no. Do you enjoy loud music? It depends on my mood. I don't enjoy loud music as much now as I did before because it would drown out my thoughts. Do you like to dance? In public? No. In private? Yes. Would you consider yourself normal? Oh, farthest thing away from normal. Yes, I do love my parents. There are times when they upset me, but it is what it is. Have you ever been lied to? Oh, yes. Have you ever played a deception game? People lie to your face all the time. Do you get angry often? I get upset and irritated, but full out anger. Maybe not. I do probably seem like I'm angry. If it's work, if it's related to work, I do get angry often. But I'm also the type of person that my mood changes very quickly. Yeah, because I get angry easily. I can turn that mood around easily as well. I try not to hold grudges. I do hold grudges, but it's on very specific things. If it's like I've been wronged too many times, something like that, or someone has wronged me too many times, that's when I would hold a grudge. But typically, I do not. Have you ever forgiven someone? I have forgiven people. Do they deserve to be forgiven? I guess so. Hence I forgave them. Have you ever done something that you knew you shouldn't have, but still did it anyways? I feel like... Okay, the answer is yes, I have done something that I shouldn't have done, but it's dependent on the person of who you ask. If you ask my parents if I've ever done something I shouldn't have, they've told me to not do a lot of things that I've done. Did I regret them? No, but it depends on who you ask. And I wouldn't be where I am today if I did what I shouldn't have done. Or if I didn't do what I shouldn't have done, according to certain people. Have you ever lied? Yeah, I've played deception games. Have you ever cheated on a test? Yes, I've cheated on a test and still gotten a lower score than I expected. You won't cheat this test. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees? No, because I live in a place where there are flowering trees. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? Very, very briefly, yes, I have. But it was more like, they're so cute, and like cats are so cute. Cats can do whatever they want too. They're just so fierce. I would want to be a cat, but maybe a domesticated cat that lives in a good family. Do you believe you have psychic powers? I do not. I have very poor sixth sense, if any, as in like 0%, like sixth sense or whatnot. I know people that are more like spiritually aware than me. We've been in the same room and I didn't feel a thing. Do you believe you have psychic powers? No, I do not. Have you ever seen a ghost? No. So this is one of the things. I've been in a room with several other people and they've all felt a ghost presence and I did not. I'm blind proof, ghost blind, whatever it is. Yeah, I've never seen a ghost. Do you dream often? I dream all the time. Nightmares. Not that often. Only if I'm like really sick. Usually it's the cold medicine that keeps me asleep longer and I have nightmares because of that. Do you suffer from anxiety attacks? No. Do you suffer from depression? Currently, no. I'm pretty sure I had some form of depression in the past. But right now I am in a good spot in my life. Do you exercise often and stay active? I do not. I should. Is there a particular type of food that you despise? Yes. I am a very picky eater. Would you consider yourself emotionally wounded? Currently, right now, I'm in a good mental state, so I'd say no. Have you ever felt betrayed? Oh, whenever I play deception games with my boyfriend. Do you ever feel lost in life? Yeah, I think I'm in a stance right now where I can sometimes feel lost, but I'm okay. Would you consider yourself a natural leader? No, I do not think that I was born to be a leader, but I do lead people now. If you ask me, like my high school self, whether I would be a leader in the future, I'd probably say no. But I would say I've learned to be a leader. I lead people, but I don't think I'm a natural leader. I've learned it. If you could push a button to destroy the world, would you press it? I think about this every day. Maybe not every day. I think about this now and then of would it be better if the world was destroyed? I'm like, there's so much stuff going on in the world that sometimes it feels like if it was a reset button. Okay, that's the thing. A reset button or a destroy the world button? Because if it's like destroy the world like the earth implodes or explodes, then I say no. But if it's like a reset button, then maybe. I'd be curious. I'd be very curious. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? I don't want that spotlight though. Have you ever been bullied? Yeah. Have you ever bullied someone else? I've done mean things to people. I've bullied people. I probably have. It'd be pretentious of me to think that I haven't bullied anyone. Because for bullying, for example, or actions, for example, I remember reading this quote a while ago. It's like, we judge ourselves by our intentions, but we judge other people by their actions. So someone might have judged my action that I was bullying them, even though my intention was to tease them. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? I'm very realistic. And I analyze things a lot. So I think I'm too analytical to be a dreamer. There's a difference between being a dreamer and having goals. Because I would say I'm goal-driven. So, no. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? I have been told that I'm too blunt and straightforward to people. And
some people don't like it. It's hurt people's feelings before. So I would say, yeah, I've done it unintentionally, because again, what I mentioned earlier, it's my intention is not to hurt their feelings. It's to be honest. But people see the action of me being straightforward as being mean or hurting their feelings on purpose, but that wasn't my intention. Do you find space fascinating? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? Not in the way of like drawing and painting, but I think there are things that I like to do that would be considered artful. I really like interior design. I wish I could do more interior designing. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I don't think so. Nah. I try my best to be a good friend, but there are lots of scenarios where people misjudge my actions or misjudge my intentions. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Yeah, I'm very flawed. I'm not perfect at all. Have you ever fantasized about being a supervillain or performing I can't say that word, but a heinous crime? I don't know about fantasize about being a supervillain, but I've thought about being a bad person. I've also thought about being a good person. But a supervillain or superhero? No. Do you believe in perfection? Like something can be perfect? No, I am picky about certain things looking correct or looking right, but perfectionism today would not be perfectionism tomorrow. Have you ever stolen from someone? Probably. Would you ever kill someone under any circumstance? Any circumstance. If it was I die or someone else die, if I had to, I would. If it was like to end someone's suffering, or if it was like do or die, yeah. But if like the roles were reversed, someone had to kill me under any circumstance. Yeah. I might just take it if someone's gonna kill me. No, I wouldn't. I'm too stubborn. I would defend myself to the death. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? Probably not. Before I died? No. I might leave a note and say like, hey, I know I'm gonna die. Have you told your darkest secrets to someone? I don't know what my darkest secrets would be. What is my darkest secret? This room is becoming more and more brighter. Is it just me? Is that my imagination? Are my eyes just getting used to this lighting? I probably told my boyfriend my darkest secret. Have I though? Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? I don't really. Just what if you're collecting data to sell to Google? That would be bad. Do you know who I am? Are you me? Are you the doll? I keep on trying to like click randomly at things. No. Well, I know who you are. Yeah, you know a portion of me appeared behind you right now. Would you scream? I'd be startled if anyone was behind me. That means you came through like some hidden door behind me. I think if there was like I was in like a cubicle, because I have my noise canceling headphones on right now. If anyone appeared behind me and like touched me, I'd probably scream. Oh, I'm a scaredy cat. If I told you that I'd been behind you this entire time, would that scare you? If you were actually behind me, yes, that would scare me. But I know you're not behind me, so it's fine. Of course not. That'd be silly, now wouldn't it? Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? I try to be empathetic. I don't think I am a good empath, though. I think I'm more sympathetic, because I'm not good at perceiving people's feelings all the time. Yeah, I don't think I'm empathetic. I think I try to be, though. And I think that's the important part, like trying to understand other people's feelings, but being there for the person that needs that sympathy or empathy. But I consider myself to be romantic. Not in the traditional sense, but like I cater to my romance partner, to my boyfriend. So I'd say like in that sense, I could be. Not in the traditional sense though. Have you ever been in a physical fight? I fought my brother before. You're prone to headaches or migraines? No. Do you look at the ground when you walk? I used to do this a lot, but now I don't because I have a fear. I have a really, really bad phobia of like bugs and insects. And if you look at the ground when you walk, you're always going to see all the bugs. I don't look at the ground. I don't look straight down, at least, like I used to. I'm also used to be very superstitious about like stepping on cracks, as like every child is. And so if you always look at the ground when you're walking, you're more cautious of cracks on the ground and bugs as well, but like cracks. And then you bump into people by accident. So I do not look at the ground as when I walk. Yes. Would you ever shave your head? Yeah, I would. Are you attracted to muscular bodies? There are bodies with muscles on them. Would you ever dance? I dance all the time when no one's looking. You trust your best friend entirely? Yes, my boyfriend's my best friend. Do you remember childhood extremely well? There are certain events I remember quite clearly. Would you rob a bank if you get away with it? It's too much work. I'll be honest. I'm kind of lazy. I like to stay at home. Do you ever dream about running from a killer? Oh yeah, that's what nightmares are. You ever dream? I have dreamt it. I don't dream about it consistently though. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff? I actually haven't had these types of like falling dreams very often. I used to have dreams of falling and like falling back into my body or falling into a bed a lot as a child and as a teen. But I would say in like the last 3 to 5 years, no. But I have dreamt it. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? No. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? Scary movies, no. Scary books? No, I do not enjoy scary movies. Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? Yes. Do you like being the center of attention? Not really. Do you feel like something's always watching you? No. Probably my phone. I should have put yes. Have you ever considered what it would be like to go to space? Yeah, I have wondered that. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? Only in dreams. Have you ever punched a nun? What? No. Do you like dogs better than cats? No. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? Oh, yes. I prefer to read the book before I watch the movie based off the book. Are you still wondering why I asked? I know it's something you asked because I have watched a video where they talked about punching a nun. I'm like, oh, what? Yeah. What was the significance of it? Do you get starstruck easily? Does that mean like, do I get? Yeah, I get distracted easily if that's what that means. Do you hate going to big parties or social gatherings? I don't hate it, but I don't love it. No, because I have a big group of friends too, so usually a social gathering with them is pretty big, over 10 people, and then significant others. Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving gifts? No. My favorite part of my birthday is hanging out with friends. Seriously though, have you ever punched a nun? Like really? Just bam! Right in the face. Nun punch! No, I've never punched a nun. I don't even know if I've ever punched anyone. Okay, I punched my brother. Did you laugh? Yes, kind of. Did you say what the fuck in your head or even aloud? Yeah, in my head. Are you now eager to get the opportunity to punch a nun sometime soon? No. Rather, unless a nun attacked me first. No. If there's a hell, do you think you're going to it? Probably. I probably wronged someone to deserve to go to hell. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? I do. Is your mouth dry? No, I have water here. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? Profanity, look. I think it depends on who I hear it from. Usually no, it's fine. Do you believe in legendary beasts such as Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot? It'd be cool, but I think because I'm ghost proof, I'm also like spirit proof, or spirit blind and ghost blind, so I wouldn't see them anyways. Are you poor with money management? I'm not in any debt, so no. Choose one of these numbers that you feel resonate with you most in the very moment. 11. Choose one of these colors that you feel resonate with you most in this very moment. I like purple. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. Wicked. Which one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment? Blessed. Choose one of these words that you feel resonates with you most in this very moment. Luck. Oh, whoops. Luck. Do you enjoy solving mathematical puzzles? I used to enjoy it because I used to be really good at math, and now I feel like my mental math skills have gone down the drain. There is also this, because right now there's Wordle, that's really popular in the world. There's also one called Nerdle, and I enjoy that one, so I'm a nerd. Do you speak more than one language fluently? I don't know if I'm fluent, but I speak more than one language, so yes. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? Yes, visited several countries. I enjoy coffee every day. Do you believe in demons? Yeah. Yeah, there's good, there's bad. You afraid of sharks? Not more than bugs, so I say no. Do you prefer baths over showers? No, my bathtub's kind of dirty, no matter how much I clean it. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you headaches? Only in strong doses, but that's like any strong smell. Sometimes gives me headaches or nausea. Did you see a shadow move in your room a few months ago? Nope, there's no shadows. That's fortunate. Do you ever hear your name being called, even when you know no one is calling it? Yeah. Do things in your home often go missing and then reappear later? No, my place is really small. I know where most things are hidden. Do you ever hear footsteps around you when you're alone? Yes, because I live in an apartment building and I hear footsteps from the hallway or above me. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? Yeah, there's someone that lives above me that does like jumping jacks every day or something, and it sounds like knocking noises. So I do hear them sometimes. Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day? Oh, it's like this thing where it's like you subconsciously look for 11:11. Yeah, I probably do. Have you ever felt your feet being grabbed at night while sleeping? No. Do you have any pets? No, I wish I did. Is your favorite color green? No. Are you attracted to a family member? No. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone? Yes, I would. I'd share it with my family. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role? No, it's too much pressure. I'd be assassinated within a day, within a week. I'd give myself a week. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be in prison? No. Do you like fishing? I don't enjoy fishing. There's lots of bugs, it's sunny, it's hot. Do you like hunting? No, I'm not. I've never gone hunting. Too many bugs for camping. Real life guns? No. Fantasy guns? Yes. But let's say no. Getting tired of answering questions? I can do this. Oh, I expected this to take longer. I can't be done already. Huh? I'm drinking water right now. Eyes at the window to the soul. Do you agree? Yes, you can read especially when people had to wear masks all the time and all you can see is their eyes. You can see a lot of micro emotions. I forgot the word is. Micro emotions in their eyes. Do you always keep your promises? No, I try my best, but I'm so forgetful. Have you ever completely trusted someone who's lied to you? Yes, they play lots of deception board games. I have been completely lied to. I have completely trusted someone that's lied to me. I am not an only child. Do you ever enjoy being drunk? I enjoy drinking. Yeah, I It can sometimes. Do you like tattoos? I do like tattoos. Do you enjoy being high in any form? No, not really. Do you believe you have a soul? Yes, I do believe in souls. Did you cry this week? Did I watch anything sad this week? No, I don't think I cried this week. Am I upset with someone right now? Not upset in the way that it's consuming my every waking moment. So, no. Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily? I wouldn't. It's not that there's someone that I'm lying to every day, if that's what this means. So, no. I think. Do you understand how this works yet? No, I do not. If you answer questions twice, your truths may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about the time you spend answering them and the combination you answer them in. If you answer the questions twice, your truths may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about the time you spend answering them and the combination you answer them in. It's about many different variables you never guess. Do you understand? Yeah, that makes sense. It's like taking personality tests at 2 different times. You're in a different mood. So you could be 2 different people during that personality test. Are you wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous question you just answered? Yes. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? No, I'm not significant enough for that. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Everyone abandoning me? I'm not afraid of that happening because it's very unlikely that would happen. So, no. Are you afraid of dying alone? You can live surrounded by people, but everyone dies alone. Do you ever wonder that one day you'll be unexpectedly murdered? It's not a constant worry, but it's an occasional worry. But that's just like dying in general. Are you always on guard, waiting to fend off? Yes, because I am a woman, and women are more likely to be attacked by men. So, and also growing up, my parents would always tell me that because I'm a girl, I have to always be on guard. And growing up, I saw all these social media posts about people being attacked and being careful, and that there are, like, if you go to a club, don't take drinks from people. There's like that nail polish that changes color if you have a drink that's roofied, like stuff like that. I feel like I'm always on guard. Do you feel like I know you yet? You know part of me. Have you heard any strange noise while answering these questions? Just the background music. I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you. Okay. Based on what you've told me, this is what I can conclude. You can be very skeptical at times. You're not easily fooled, and you're not easily manipulated. You're a lot smarter than people give you credit for, and a lot of this is due to situations from your past that you've managed to learn from, rather than choosing to be a victim and fall for the same tactics that others would fall for. You can truly be a guiding light to a lot of people. You can be an incredibly powerful figure in so many people's lives. You don't even realize just how magnificent your gift is, do you? Now the biggest problem lies within. You don't have a bad heart. That's not necessarily the issue. The truth of the matter is, you don't always trust people's intentions, and it makes you wary of helping them freely and without caution at times. You need to be a bit more trusting and a bit more open-minded at times. You're afraid of being hurt, even though others don't realize that. You guard yourself and your emotions well at times, even if others don't even know just how much you've kept hidden away. You don't have to trust everyone. You don't even have to necessarily trust anyone. But it would be a great benefit to yourself to give people a little bit more of a chance. You really stand to gain a lot by letting more people in and giving them the benefit of the doubt. Overall, you're a kind-hearted, caring person inside. People don't see you the way you truly are, though. They don't understand how dark your mind can be at times. But you know, you got a high probability of helping a lot of people, provided you're willing to share yourself and your abilities freely. Open up a bit more. You're going to bless a lot of people by sharing yourself more openly and freely. Your secret word is gifted. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Huh. Do I have to write this somewhere? Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. If you do not wish to be a part of an upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of your comments and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon, trust me on that. You can find the test hypothesis rising. Oh, these are the other ones, okay. If you'd like to support us further or try other games, you can find a link to our titles. Okay. And the credits. Roll credits. It's interesting about like the trusting part. It's interesting hearing about the trusting part because there are times where I don't think I'm the most trusting or most open to people. If I'm in a group of people, I will typically go by how the group feels before I approach a person or stranger. Well, this is interesting. I think I will do the next part of this test in the near future. If you'd like to see that one, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.